my name is Janelle, and in this video, I will be discussing the role of the copy editor. What set of skills does it take to be one? And how does it vary from other similar roles in the industry? So, what is a copy editor? Our reference material for DevCom 206 describes it as someone who reviews materials for newspapers and magazines and prepares them for print. Jamie Bird also defines it as someone who proofreads, fact-checks, and edits content. More on that later. The copy editor is just one of the many types of editors in the publication industry and other similar industries. How does it differ from other different kinds of editors? The journal editor specializes in reviewing content, specifically articles, studies, and other similar texts within the academic community. They are in charge of overseeing the peer review process, evaluating materials before they are conferred with the editor-in-chief. Copy editors work in periodical publications, both in print and now the digital space. The managing editor role differentiates itself from copy editing with its focus on leadership and progress tracking. They are also in charge of coming up with the overall strategy to be used in content creation or publishing for a specific publication or company. Meanwhile, the copy editor is in charge of refining the copy. Next, we have the proofreader, which is a role that is often interchanged with that of the copy editor. A lot of us think that they are the same, but the truth is, both have distinct characteristics. The proofreader checks for any missed errors and small or minor corrections after the copy reader refines the final copy. So, what skills does being a copy editor require? There are many, of course, but I chose to highlight these three. The first one, of course, are writing skills. If you aim to rewrite, you must know how to write. Honing your writing skills also develops a good grasp of the language being used and the knowledge of various writing styles, structure, and tone. Second, as with any other career path, it is important to possess interpersonal skills. Being a copy editor means being part of a team, and being able to connect with your peers at the professional level can also help you be familiar with their writing styles and, in general, just expands your horizon as a writer and an editor. And of course, the most obvious one, a copy editor must have great attention to detail. This ensures accuracy and, in turn, clarity. Copy editing is like running a fine-tooth comb through your copy. Polishing the copy should be your goal. The job of a copy editor can be summed up in 3 steps. Number 1, assessing the tone by looking at general aspects of the story, such as its newsworthiness, possible law and policy violations, and ethical concerns. During the first step, the editor should be able to assess if the writer was able to achieve their goals for writing. Number 2 is the refining part, copy editing any errors and checking for accuracy and style. Number 3, or the third and final reading, involves polishing the story by looking at the grammar, assessing if the copy needs to be trimmed or cut down, rearranging paragraphs if necessary, and writing a headline. Now, these are the 3 main steps, but there is an optional 4th step. Marking up the copy means specifying instructions for word styling, margins, and columns to be occupied. Nowadays, this step is made easier as editors now have direct access to desktop publishing programs, or they can simply make direct changes to the copy. Next, what should copy editors be concerned with? A news story should be newsworthy. Is it interesting? Relevant? Timely? Are there any editorialized statements that need to be removed? A As editor John Bogart once said, when a dog bites a man, that is not news, because it happens so often. But if a man bites a dog, that is news. The copy editor should also be considerate of laws, policies, and ethics when evaluating a copy. Is the copy potentially breaching data privacy? Were some ideas plagiarized? Are there any statements that are libelous or done in bad taste? Of course, an editor should always aim for accuracy. Errors are not only limited to misspellings and typos. The editor should also look if there are any factual errors or missed facts in the copy. Style. Is the style consistent all throughout? Is the style appropriate? Did the writer use a casual, texting-like tone for something that requires seriousness and/or formality? Grammar checking requires not only observing subject-verb agreement, but also observing whether some terms or idiomatic expressions were used correctly. This helps ensure clarity and avoid confusion among readers. Speaking of clarity, brevity is also to be observed. Sometimes a copy can get too verbose. Effective storytelling is possible even with only a certain number of words. That would be even better for readers. Finally, a copy editor should be concerned about the organization of ideas and overall structure. The idea should be arranged logically and should make sense immediately to a reader. With all that being said, here are a few questions to ponder regarding copy editing. Number 1. How does linguistic or cultural context affect the choices of a copy editor? And number 2, what impact does copy editing have on a reader's perception of the credibility of a publication? That's it for this topic. I hope you all learned a thing or two about the role of the copy editor. Should you have any questions or feedback, please leave a comment in the discussion forums below. Thank you very much for listening. Again, this is Janelle, and I hope you have a great day.